Welcome to Talk is Cheap, where cheap is talk and talk is cheap. If you can't tell already, I'm in a hotel room. My work sent me off site to do a conference, and I figured why not just shoot a video while I'm here, do something while you're doing another thing. Plus, I just got back from the gym. If you can't tell, I'm a little out of breath, but so I'm working while I'm working while I'm working. So, all right, one thing I want to cover here is this whole thing with Tom DeLonge, the singer from Blink 182. Now this is pretty hot right now, and I've seen like articles come out about him, like how he's going to disclose all this stuff. He can't tell you what's going on. He's trying to keep all this stuff secret, but he's always trying to say it's coming, it's coming, it's coming. So let's just run through this real quick. So this one was on the Express. So proof of aliens exists. Blink 182 frontman promises big UFO announcement within 60 days. And this was published on March 8th, 2017. So it's been over a month now. So we got about 30 days or so left. And as I was looking through this, he got UFO Researcher of the Year by the International UFO Congress. I'm going to play a clip in just a second about that. But okay, he says in his acceptance speech, he suggests there is about to be a big leap in the quest of truth over aliens. He has been involved in a mystery project, of course he doesn't want to tell you what it is, details of which emerged when emails he sent to Hillary Clinton's campaign manager John Podesta were released by Wikileaks during the US presidential election. Yes, I was very curious about these WikiLeaks of his email, so I went and I looked for him myself. And I gotta say, I'm a little disappointed in him because he says he's into all this stuff. He does the research on this stuff, but why the fuck would you back Hillary Clinton? I don't know if he's just trying to play politics. I don't recall, I'll go through that a little bit later, his emails, but I don't recall him saying that he met an alien unless it's in his book, Secret Machine. I didn't read his book, but I guess what just kind of gets me, it's like I have a feeling that he's going to be used for this slow disclosure that the government wants, and they're using him as kind of a tool. Great, disclosure is disclosure, but this slow thing, I don't think it's going to go the way we want it to go. Right here, in his acceptance speech, he said, "There's a lot of things I can't say, but there's some that I can. But there will be an announcement in like 60 days. So what is it going to be? Another movie? Another book? We've been hearing this stuff for so much, it just gets disappointing. I mean, yeah, and he says right here, he spent 20 years up all night doing this, reading the same stuff we do. Well, if he's reading the same stuff we do, he should know that Hillary's on the evil side of history. It's common sense when you look at it. Yeah, he spells secret. This is his book, Secret Machines. He spell it Sekret. And the most of the stuff I've listened to his interviews on Coast to Coast and Fade to Black. A lot of it's just stuff I already know about, and he's always saying that there's something that I can't tell you, and it's like, why can't you tell us? Give us something. I mean, this is all this other stuff we know about. But he's magically going to be able to do that in 30 days. So let's take a look at his WikiLeaks, because this is what got me on these. Okay, this is to John Podesta here. I highlighted some spots. You can see right here, to John Podesta from DeLonge. So he basically says he's got a link to the teaser Secret Machine documentary, so he's making that documentary. And this basically the promotion of his stuff, so he's trying to get the word out through what we've been doing for so long already. So I've attached the book cover for novel number 1. There will be 3 novels to start, 3 nonfiction books, and major television series, and major motion pictures. So how much do you want to bet that in 30 days, less than 30 days now, in 30 days, he's just going to announce a motion picture by a Hollywood producer or whatever, that it's going to be about aliens and all that secrets. We've already had this stuff already, so it's nothing new. So I don't understand why he's acting like this is such a big secret. But look at this. I didn't even highlight this part, but I did read this before that I remember. So he's talking about his trailer. Please understand the teaser is made to pander to a youth audience. And then we will change their views in the actual film from a conspiratorial one to a new non-cynical and supportive one. Well, I think a lot of the youth is supportive. I'm supportive of the whole movement. Or is it trying to be supportive of the secret government? That's probably what he's trying to say. We want them to support the secret government and all the corruption. No, we're trying to get away from that. Let's go to the next Wikileaks email. Now this one is what really irks me because he's looking up to Hillary Clinton. It's like, this one's to A. Ali Rod. I don't know why. I think he's just like trying to, if he knows how corrupt Hillary is, I think maybe in these emails he's just trying to, I don't know, I'm so confused about it. Let's read his words. Hillary's office called me twice in the past to help her run for the Senate. I met with her while I was campaigning for John Kerry. Always loved her, always wanted a female leader. So he loves one of the most corrupt women in the world. And if he doesn't believe it, you can see IRS agents that dealt with her when Bill Clinton was in the White House. And there's also, she had a bunch of sex slaves, and that one of those was Kathy O'Brien. Crazy shit. If you ever read that book, it's Transformation in America. Some crazy shit there. Let's move on to the next email. So that's just kind of what's getting me with that. It's like, okay, you know about this stuff. You should know about Bohemian Grove. You should know about the secret societies. You should know about Bilderberg. Why would you support somebody who's part of the cover-up? Trying to like, oh, she's just trying to, how many times have we seen that where, these people say that they're going to release the alien stuff. Bill Clinton was supposed to do it way back then, and that never happened. So it's like, we just keep waiting and waiting. It's like, is this just to bait the youth to vote for them? Starting to get old. Now this is where it gets me. So this was to John Podesta, and he's talking about his audience reading his book, and some of them know that they know about him being involved in it. Because we know, I covered that before, that John Podesta had the WikiLeaks that he wanted to release the UFO cover-up. But I mean, he had some power. Why not do it then? I don't understand. What are they waiting for? An okay from the president, which will never come? They don't know yet where you exist in the Secret Machines universe, and they already look to you in a leadership role they can trust and almost care. And care almost only about your voice in this. Getting young adults to like you, especially if you are at their level in DC, don't lose that. I'll brand you much more when this all comes out as a man that the youth can trust and rely on. And John Podesta, the pedophile, we'll get into that in a minute. This project is about changing the cynical views of youth towards government. So he's trying to make the youth us, because he's Delonge from my era. I like Blink-182. I liked a few of their songs. He's trying to get us to support the government. My fans are trolling the internet asking about you, and I haven't even mentioned you yet. That's cool. The young adults are so passionate about this topic. At the end of the day, they just feel like you respect them. So they are seeking you out. So DeLonge's mission basically is to get us to support the government that's trying to hide this stuff and, feel for them why they're hiding this stuff. Now let's get into the pedophile shit that John Podesta was involved in. And they're saying it's fake news. It's not fake news, but I'm gonna have to blur a few of these images out. So yeah, let's bring this up real quick. Okay, this is Comet Ping Pong, and the official story is that this was all made up. But let's take a look over here on the left. This picture shows an alien there, as well as, a guy playing ping pong. What does it say over on the left that's circled? This is right in the restaurant. Shut up and fuck, men. Real family-friendly atmosphere. I don't think so. And this stuff too. Look at these pictures that he's got. This is on his. It was. I don't think it's there anymore. I didn't even look myself, but on the Facebook page and Twitter page, pizza by a guy's package there, and upper right-hand corner we got, what's male genitalia shooting out pizza. That's real appropriate for a restaurant to have on their page. I don't think so. And you could really dig deep into this stuff. Yeah, this one's bad right here with those two guys eating that pizza. And it's obviously what that is. That's homophobia, people. At a place that's supposed to be family friendly. And these weird pictures on the left down here. And now their logo, you could say that maybe this is more whatever, stretching it, but it's, child lover. And this image too, with the child as their hands taped down to the desk. And I even saw some of the comments on I don't know if we can see them right here or not, but it said basically, but this is a big thing, and it's got covered up pretty quick. So even Alex Jones retracted when, hey, there's something here. So I think that somebody has some power somewhere. But why would the youth look up to John Podesta, who goes to these kind of things? He's got some weird shit in his house too, statues and stuff. I want to go over one more WikiLeaks email here. Now this one was to John Podesta, again from Delonge. He's talking about Vice, so he's going to air his Secret Machines, I think it was it the series that he was going to email or air on there? So, yeah, he says Vice News will produce, finance, and distribute the Secret Machines docu-series charting my personal journey on how I met important people and how they are guiding my effort to communicate difficult themes to the youth, all the while keeping the names and identities of my advisory council private. This is huge. Now, this is where I have a problem with it. He says Vice is the single biggest, most credible, the pretty left-leaning liberals, if you ask me, progressive news source out there. It's international, and it's all aimed at youth. They feed directly into HBO and just launch their own news channel. I used to like a lot of Vice's documentaries where they went out and did stuff. And then all of a sudden it went to this left side, and it's all been a bunch of bullshit. I can't even watch it anymore. I just turn it off because it's all, you can tell there's always an agenda to always lean to that left side. It's like, if you're trying to be a news agency, probably the best thing you could do is try to stay neutral with everything and just report the facts. The news is so controlled anymore, it's ridiculous. Well, you all know that. And he says, here's another big one. I'm hoping to come to meet you personally and talk in the next few weeks. I am talking to NASA right now. Oh, great. NASA's so great. See, this is where I got a problem with this, because I respect Tom DeLonge that, hey, he knows about the stuff. He's trying to, you could say, bring it out to the public. But why? We know NASA's basically a cover-up. We know the Hillary campaign was, bad for the people. And that's what I got a problem with. It's just not right. So how can you support that? I think he's co-opted to do this false narrative on their terms, because that's what he did. He got recruited, and then talking to a military source, they say, "What do you need?" And he said, "I need a team." They send him a team that's guiding him through this, telling him, what to do, how to do it, and they're showing him things that only they want to show him. So he's only getting it from them, and this is why we're doing this. He's not thinking. Maybe he's trying to think outside the box, but I feel like he's controlled. Again, I'm all for disclosure, but this is going to be on their terms, the way the government wants it done. Let's watch his congressional speech. His UFO Researcher of the Year award from this was the UFO Congress. Let's play this one part and I'll comment.
Stuff that I was working with some people. Well, I think a lot of people doubted it, and they thought it was crazy that this musician would have this kind of access. And then the Wikileaks thing happened, and I think you guys saw that I'm into some serious shit, and I'm making really good progress. I can't tell you what I'm about to announce. If you look at my social media, at least...
See, that's the problem I got with him. I can't tell you what I'm about to announce. It's going to be probably, like I said, a Hollywood movie or something. Whoop-de-doo, we've been doing this stuff for how long? And like I say, no offense against him, he's doing his part, that's great, but, come on.
Instagram, you'll see that I said there's going to be an announcement in within the next 60-ish days. I want you all to know in the UFO community that, whoever's passionate about this kind of paradigm-shifting subject matter, I need you all to look really, really closely at that announcement, and I need you to be a part of it. Because what that announcement is about is so much more than it will look like on the surface.
So, yeah, maybe it's just a documentary. Like I said, this stuff's been going on for so long, and I can tell he's authentic. He believes what he believes, and that's great. But when you got military sources pulling you their way, you got to question it. And I just feel like they're using him for the slow disclosure, which will be, lightly. I'm going to go into the age reversal stuff that's coming out in the next few weeks here. I'm going to go through the age reversal stuff, some of the secret projects. One was the TR3B, so I'm going to talk about that, and that's probably part of the slow disclosure, that SSP's secret space program, or the military industrial complex's secret space program. So, we can take that for what it's worth.
And I need you guys to come along for the ride. You have to be a part of it, and you'll see what that means when the announcement comes out. But I want you, as an educated group of people, to read between the lines and look at the history of what I've been doing over the past couple years and get a sense for what the hell I'm getting ready to do.
Well, maybe you should give us a better hint. Anyway, I'm not going to play anymore. It's just, I have a feeling he's part of this slow disclosure. And better than nothing, but come on, man. I just feel like if he was into all this research that we're into, he should know about Bohemian Grove, Bilderberg Group, all those different secret groups that, they're a part of. And they don't want this whole thing to come out, to crumble their power. Of course not. So, again, hats off to him, I guess, in a way. I don't want to, but at the same time, like I said, his interviews on Fade to Black and Coast to Coast, I've listened to him, and there's nothing there. I knew all of it already, and it's just, he keeps baiting you, I can't tell you any more, let's change the subject. I've heard that so many times on his interviews, let's change the subject, I don't want to talk about that anymore. It's okay, well, what the hell? What can you do? So that's kind of all I really wanted to talk about. I got a class early in the morning. Got to be there at 8:30, so I got to get to bed tonight. So, yeah. Thanks for joining me on Talk is Cheap, or Cheap is Talk and Talk is Cheap. Let's just see what happens in 30 days. Maybe he'll have something good. Maybe not. Maybe we won't hear anything. Maybe it'll just be a documentary, another book, and then it's the same old path. So I hope not. I hope it's something big, but we'll see. Thanks for joining me.